All right, now let's move on. We welcome back Newt Gingrich, of course, former House Speaker, Fox News contributor, great friend and mentor. Newt, so you heard my colloquy with James Blair and the different thoughts in the riff, and I don't think we're straying very far from the Gingrich scenario. But one of the things here, GOP has really got to hammer away at this amnesia. The Democrats are coming down. You know, they work for woke, but not anymore. They work for Medicare for all, but not anymore. Affordability, really, they had a 21% increase in inflation, but all that's come way down. I mean, amnesia is a very important election issue, I think.
Well, look, the Democrats are desperately counting on all of us to have amnesia. If you listen to them, I watched AOC the other day. She went through step by step, repudiating everything she'd said for the last 3 or 4 years. And she's hoping we'll forget what she said. They know, they're beginning to look at the polls and realize, as we've proven at the America's Majority Project that we run, these people are in the 10-15% range. That's their natural base. Now, they'll get more than that because of Democratic Party tradition, because of anti-Trump feeling. But the truth is, if you go out on an issue basis and you take where the big government socialists are and where their radical values are, and you go person by person, you'll discover they're about a 15% party. The challenge for the Republicans is to break through what has been, I think, the most consistently biased, hostile news media in American history. You said it yourself earlier today. You have an economy that's growing. You have blue-collar incomes that are going up.
Right.
You have inflation coming down.
Right.
And you will learn none of that from the liberal media. And that's a major challenge for the Republicans.
And their polling. You know, I don't buy their polling. And, you know, John McLaughlin has taught me, look, likely voter polling is one thing. That's fine, okay, based on the 2024, based on the Trump turnout. Almost every poll ignores that. I mean, they poll adults. Who are the adults? There could be illegal immigrants for all. They poll registered voters, but not likely voters. When you poll likely voters, you see a different picture. And this, I think, gives the GOP and Mr. Trump a big opportunity, Newt. You know, if they hang on to these issues, okay, if they hang on to these issues that you've just mentioned, James Blair, I think, did a good job running them down. If they hang on to these issues, they have a terrific chance to hold the Senate and the House.
Oh, look, I think we, in the end, are going to gain seats in the House, gain seats in the Senate. And the reason is I don't pay attention to any poll because I've been through all these campaigns. I saw George H.W. Bush come from 19 points behind. I saw John Engler become governor from 17 points behind. The fact is, give the American people the facts, trust in their judgment, and you will win a stunning victory because the Democrats are crazy. They couldn't possibly govern this country. They're out of touch with reality, and their policies would be a disaster. And Republicans have to have the guts to say that every day, look in the camera, and explain factually why that's true.
So what about holding, I mean, this amnesia business, I want to come back to that. All of a sudden, AOC is running away from woke one or whatever it is. I don't know. You can't run away from El Sayed because everyone's been backing him. You can't run away from this woman Flanagan in Minneapolis because everyone's backing her. And you can't run away from, what's his name, Jackson Troy up in Maine, because everybody back. In other words, they're backing left-wing candidates who profess socialism, okay? And then they say, no, but wait a minute, that was just woke one. We're now mainstream. They are not mainstream Democrats. They're not even remotely mainstream Democrats, but they are the tip of the spear of Democratic policies now.
Look, Larry, the key in an amnesia campaign is to have their own video where you don't ask us to, don't believe me, watch them. And Republican ads this fall should probably be 50 or 60% Democrats. Put them up on the screen.
Right.
Let people see what they say. Let people see how real it is. Don't trust our judgment. Trust your own eyes and your own ears, because as Donald J. Trump said in the State of the Union, these people are crazy, and our job is to deliver the facts to you, so you can decide based on your own eyes and your own brain whether these people are nuts. And if we put them on TV, not us, put them on TV, you'll find the country will turn very decisively against these kind of candidates.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're exactly right. Just put them in the ads up. I mean, Hakeem Jeffries, he just said on the Sunday Talk Show, "I'm not for Medicare for all." For 2 years running, he co-sponsored bills for Medicare for all. So which is it, my friend? Are you against it or you're for it? And by the way, Trump has made the whole healthcare system more transparent, more individual and consumer powered, okay? And he's helped out on the prescription drug prices have fallen either flat, zero, or negative every single month he's been president in this second term, down 3.4% over the last year. I mean, that's affordability, Newt. You know what I mean? That's real affordability.
But that requires Republicans to communicate it. You ain't going to get the New York Times. You're not even going to get the Wall Street Journal. None of the elite media are going to tell the truth about how effective the Trump program has been at improving the quality of life, lowering the cost of things, and giving people a better future. So Republicans have to take the resources they've aroused and they have to drive home two things. Look at the Democrats, don't take our word, look at them. And second, here are the facts about what's been going on. We win those two arguments, we'll win a huge election this fall.
All right. Newt Gingrich, as always, thank you ever so much. We appreciate
Thanks.
it. You bet.